Your relational life cannot be filled with drama if you are ever going to reach your destiny. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sherry. I'm a prophetic mentor and coach, and I post weekly faith-based content to help women heal from emotional wounds and find hope through Christ after toxic relationships. Now this week, I got a bonus video for y'all. Y'all, this message has been in my spirit for a little while now, and the Lord has just been prompting me to release it. So let's get into it. Now, I've been surrounded by negativity for a very large part of my life, and it wasn't until I was almost 30 that I made a wise choice to eliminate every single source of negativity that was vexing my spirit. I took inventory of what I was watching, the people I was surrounding myself with, and the places I was going. And I set boundaries that changed my life forever. Now, this decision opened the door to a peace that surpassed all understanding. How many of you know that peace is a person? And his name is Jesus. Y'all, God put me in a season where he stripped away certain things out of my life. He removed toxic people, told me to stop going to certain places. And it was in this season and in this process that I found stillness with the Lord that literally transformed my soul. I went from being super bothered to unbothered, just like that. And there are moments when sometimes I forget just how much a person can vex your spirit, because let's be honest, my boundaries, they're strong. I mean that humbly, okay? It took years though to get to this place, but my boundaries are strong. But every now and then, the Lord reminds me of why I have to move the way I move in my life with certain folks. Now, if you've been following me for a little while now, we're friends, let's just face it. And there's no other way that I can really express some of the content that I want to share with y'all without inviting you guys into some of my personal experiences. So here we go. We're gonna go on a journey together. So recently I found myself in a situation with someone, and just their mere presence vexed my spirit. Y'all, it was so deep, I had to pull myself back. Because when you're engaging with someone who is clearly unhealthy, maybe even oppressed, maybe even possessed with an evil spirit, there is only so much that you can do with that. And sometimes we're in situations where we can't exactly walk away from certain people. I don't know, maybe you're in a soccer game, maybe you're at church in a prayer meeting. Yeah, prayer meeting, I know. I don't know what your situation is, but just remember that the only person that you have control over is you. See, whenever I pick up on some demonic energy, I immediately shut myself down a little bit. I pull back. I don't engage in the back and forth, but rather I respond in the most vague 1 to 2 word type of ways. Because over the years, I've learned that the power is in our response. And for me, this is what it looks like for me. Oh, okay. Wow, interesting. I see. I got it. Oh, sure. See, it's not giving much, right? Because there's not much to give. See, I'm protecting myself and I'm still honoring the situation. Now, that experience that I recently had reminded me of the impact that negative people can have on our lives. Now, whether they're passive aggressive with their words and their actions, or they're fear mongering, right? Telling you to buy all the toilet paper, or maybe even they're like victimized, right? They're always complaining in that woe is me kind of mentality. Being around negative people all the time takes a toll on your soul. God is calling us to be intentional about protecting our peace and maintaining our boundaries, because the people that you surround yourself with matter. Today, I want to share 3 signs that it's time to take a negativity fast. Now, the first sign that it's time for you to take a negativity fast is that you find yourself constantly complaining. Are you hyper-focused on a lot of your problems and you find yourself venting more to your friends and celebrating your wins? Because if we're honest, whatever we ruminate on will affect us. One of my favorite verses in the Bible is Philippians 4:8, which encourages us to think about things that are lovely. Think about things that are pure, things that are admirable or excellent or even praiseworthy. Now, if you find yourself dwelling on who wronged you, how someone made you feel, or the unfairness of a situation, then it's probably time to set a boundary. Nowadays, I can honestly say I got about 3 solid humans on this earth that I can bring all my stuff to. And I think we need to have healthy connections, right? Where we can vent, get it out, not so much to throw up on them, but more so to share our experiences with them and be open to the wisdom and feedback that they may have about a situation. And now I'm noticing that all I need is about 1 venting session and I'm good. Once I've expressed myself, I've listened to another perspective, and I've found forgiveness for those involved in the offense or whatever happened, I feel a sense of release and I can let it go. It doesn't need any revisiting again. But like I said, if you find yourself constantly complaining about a thing, then that might be a sign that a boundary needs to be established or even strengthened. Maybe it got a little loose along the way. The second sign that it's time for you to take a negativity fast is that you find yourself constantly stressed out. Now, when stress and tension become your daily friends, that's a clear sign that something needs to change. So take a moment to reflect on the sources of that stress. Is it a demanding job? Maybe it's a toxic relationship, or maybe your life is just going 50 million miles per hour and there's no balance there. Whatever it may be, it's important to identify it and take action immediately. We got to prioritize our mental health. So consider stepping back from something, even if it's just temporary. Consider blocking someone, even if it's temporary or permanent. That's okay. We have to identify the source. So take this opportunity to recharge and rediscover the things that bring you joy, because your mental health is worth it. 3 John 1:2 says, "Beloved, I pray that all may go well with you and that you may be in good health as it goes well with your soul." The will of God is for our souls to prosper. And by taking this time for yourself, you are honoring God and you are doing whatever you need to do to align with His will for your life. The third sign that it's time for you to take a negativity fast is that you're constantly tired. You feel drained even after rest because negativity is depleting your soul. This fatigue isn't just physical, it seeps into your spirit, leaving you feeling unmotivated and uninspired. I often discuss the impact of narcissistic abuse on my channel and how narcissists are really referred to as energy vampires. They're like, I want to suck your blood. They literally come to drain your energy. Now, God has a people, but the devil does too. And his mission is to influence as many people as he can with darkness so that they can drain the vitality of God's people. Just because we have the same name doesn't mean you're safe. Sorry, I know that just kind of vexed somebody. But anyway, the enemy will send people into our lives who constantly criticize us. They tear us down. They tear our confidence down. They focus on our flaws, right? Some may even have like this little hater rebuking spirit where they feel the need to correct you, but they do it with no love, no understanding, no teaching, nothing. You might find yourself surrounded by jealous people who are sneaky and cunning and they try to sabotage your progress. Or maybe you even find yourself caught in the web of gossip where you're in the middle of toxic conversations that wear down your spirit. Or what about maybe you're a human trash can where people just invite themselves, they call you and text you every day. They dump their problems on you without any regard for your well-being. Y'all, all of these are tactics and tools that are influenced by darkness to leave you spiritually drained. It is time to reclaim your energy. I'm sorry, I'm feeling a little silly today. But as people of God, we are called to love and care for others. But we also need to recognize the importance of setting healthy boundaries. Loving someone doesn't mean that we have to expose ourselves to harm. I think I told you before, just because they have your last name doesn't mean that they're safe. So if somebody continues, right, to show you year after year, family reunion after family reunion, work Christmas party after work Christmas party, that they're not in a good place emotionally or mentally, you have to protect yourself. Boundaries are not about shutting people out. It's about doing what is best to keep that particular relationship healthy as possible. Even if that means you gotta love them from a distance. When God started renewing my mind, and I started implementing these boundaries in my life, it really helped me detox from negativity and embrace a more peaceful, joyful life, right? The life that Jesus wants all of us to have. So I encourage y'all to do the same. Now, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. What does a boundary look like for you, right? What does that mean for you? How is that going to change the dynamics of your relationships? I want to know. Tell me what you think in the comments. And if you find this difficult or challenging, don't worry. I've attached a free guide to help you set healthy boundaries with toxic people God's way. Check it out in the link below. I put it in the description box. I cannot wait to see you in the next video, guys. Y'all have a great weekend.